What's good, everybody? It is your boy Tony the Savant. Hope everybody's having a good to great day. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on when you pull up to the video. Ladies and gentlemen, before we get started, if you don't mind, just take a moment, like, subscribe, comment, hit the notification bell so you can be notified when I'm dropping content and going live on the channel. Thank y'all for the love and support. Let's get right into this one because I'm talking about the phenom, Caitlin Clark herself. Someone I am a big fan of. I have supported for a mighty long time now. I've probably been supporting the Caitlin Clark. I've probably been on the Caitlin Clark train since her freshman year, when she was just getting buckets back then at Iowa, excuse me. And she's just really blossomed and grown into a marketable, talented young basketball star. Polarizing figure for sure. She's garnished a lot of debates on a plethora of topics. But me personally, I think that she's worth the money. She's worth the hype, the commercials. From what I've seen from her, she's a very talented young lady. Unfortunately, my only criticism of her that she doesn't seem to uh, be able to win those big games. As far as college goes, I was really hoping that she won, at least one of those two. Not that I was necessarily rooting for her, but I wasn't rooting against her, if that makes sense. Would have loved to see her cap off her college career. Would have been something to see her take down the mighty South Carolina, the South Carolina Gamecocks, but they didn't happen that way. So she's entered the WNBA with, a little bit of a blemish on this magic carpet ride, if you will. My only criticism again is that those big games the victories in those big games, seem to elude her. Other than that, she's shown me that she's very talented. She can hit those big shots. She's been having a bit of a transition period. I wouldn't say that she's shown any signs of being a bust or anything like that by any standards. I think that she's just having a transitional period that we all have, moving from one level of life to another. I can speak to this. When I moved from little league basketball to high school basketball, it was it was a reality check, if you will. Playing for your dad to playing for your high school basketball coach, and a high school basketball coach that ain't as lenient as your dad is. It was a world of difference, and it was the same difference from when I played in college. From high school. So the point of the matter is that when you transition from one level of something to the next, is going to be a bit of a transition period naturally. So Caitlin Clark is just going through a natural course of life. I think that everyone has experienced at one point or another. And it's just the media, man. The media is really starting a war, if you will, amongst the people. As far as, who supports Caitlin Clark and how you support Caitlin Clark. If that, it seems like the media doesn't want any criticism of her, or doesn't want anyone to acknowledge that it's going to take her a little bit of time to look like she did in college on a professional level. Her talent will transfer over. It's going to take a little time. And it seems like the media, man, is really just, some people in the media talking, making sense. I really 100% agree with Coach Becky Hammond. I 100,000% disagree with Jamel Hill. Jamel Hill's comments on Caitlin Clark were just disgusting. I won't repeat them. I did make a post about it on my Facebook, and I'm sure it's on my Twitter, YouTube, on all the platforms. But just Jamel Hill is a disgusting human being at her core, to me personally. When Jamel Hill used to be on ESPN, she said some very cringe things. And this is back in my younger days when I, was watching ESPN faithfully. I just was never really, I was always put off by Jamel Hill to her and that dude that was on the channel, on that show with her. I think it's called ESPN 6, something like that. Trash. So I don't get down with Jamel Hill at all. And her comments on Caitlin Clark, I couldn't disagree with it, anymore. But what Coach Becky Hammond stated about Caitlin Clark. I couldn't have said it better myself. Uh, Coach, Becky said that nobody's in the WNBA is for amongst the professional athletes has a personal problem with Caitlin Clark. Nobody's going after her, and look, she's just another player to us, And it's unfortunate that she's on the other team because we got to compete against her, And I think that's what everybody's approach is. That's not a member of the Indiana Fever. You're gonna go at your competitor. I mean, me personally, if I had to play 1-on-1 against Caitlin Clark, I'm gonna play to win. I'm not gonna making no hard fouls like Alyssa Thomas or nothing like that. But you know, uh, just as a competitor, it's just gonna just be in me to go for the win. So I think that's the approach of all the professional athletes that have been in the WNBA for some time. I was a little critical of Diana Taurasi and a few others that made comments before Caitlin arrived to the WNBA. But now though their comments is aging like fine wine. What Diana Taurasi said was just right in accordance with Coach Becky Hammond said, and it's just Diana Taurasi's her comments again have aged like wine, and I couldn't agree with her more. That in college is one is one basketball level, and at the professional level, it's another level of basketball. Where people are a little bit more disciplined, a lot more athletic. You ain't the only person. I mean, in college you can outrun 90% of the people you play just because. If you're a more athletic person or a superstar, a budding superstar, you're going to have that advantage. But in the WNBA, everybody's fast, and as far as professional sports across the board, it's the same thing for, I forget who said it, but I think it might have been Diana Taurasi as well. Same thing for a quarterback in the NFL, very few rookie quarterbacks come in and are just, taking over the NFL, very few. I can attest to that. Being a Packers fan, we've gotten a lucky, but I've seen a number of teams and organizations in the NFC North alone. Quarterbacks come and go or come in and have all this promise. So it is a transitioning period on a professional level, no matter what sport you're looking at. Caitlin Clark is no exception. I do believe that she is what the WNBA wants, as far as that 3-point shooting and her personality is very likable. I don't think it has anything to do with her race or sexuality, like some haters are saying. Though the people that saying that stuff are the true Caitlin Clark haters, man. We gotta be able to identify these people. The people that saying like, okay, let's just give her time to develop. Those are not the haters of Caitlin Clark. In fact, we are the people that would say that support Caitlin Clark the most, and we want her to be all of what the media is hyping her up to be. It's just the media can be a poison. It can be good for you, or it can be a poison for you. The media has built up many of stars and then torn them down. At once upon a time, Michael Jordan was the darling. Nobody would say anything wrong about Michael. I'll say it like this: the overall opinion of Michael Jordan was totally different than what it is now. A lot of these younger journalists and younger guys in the media now weren't even born when Michael Jordan was dominating. Now the public opinion of Michael Jordan is totally different. Although, us old heads, I guess you would call us, still holding it down, still holding down the fort and letting it be known. Not Jordan was him, So regardless of the point, that's just the curse of the media, man. They build you up and then they start breaking you down. I think that's a bit of what's been happening with Caitlin Clark. And it's not really, the public opinion is the mainstream media creating all these invisible arguments. Caitlin Clark is going to be just fine, man. You know what I mean? She's great. She's got the shot. She's got awareness. She's coachable. You can see that, I forget what the Indiana Fever's coach name, but it don't seem like Caitlin Clark disrespects her in any way. She's always listening, always taking what coach says in. So I think Caitlin Clark is going to be just fine. I just think the WNBA wants Caitlin Clark to be, all-time great so bad right now. And that's just not going to be the case. That's not going to be the case for most rookies on the professional level in sports. So that's all I got for y'all on that one, man. Please, once again, like, subscribe, comment, hit the notification bell so you can be notified when I'm dropping content on the channel. I thank y'all. Just those little bit of acts go a long way on this channel. And like I say, I'm always uh, giving out those big thank yous for those little things, man. I appreciate it. Love y'all. Thank you for the support and the love you show on this channel. Peace to the next time we link.